I feel the cool breeze, it's such a lovely tease.
Hi everybody, welcome to our Posca paint party, and today we are painting mandalas. And I'm really excited about this because I love mandalas. You know, mandalas go way back. They've even found a mandala that's been dated 50,000 years old in a cave in a place called Kimberley, Australia.
Yeah, Aborigines. So
yeah, so it goes way back. So in preparation for this, if any of you open your emails, we sent you a stencil that you could download and print, and it will help you with getting your center point and everything on your canvas or your paper, whatever you're painting. And so hopefully you have this handy. And before we jump into it, I wanted to say that, as always, our good friends at Posca allow us to give away a pack of Posca paint pens. So somebody is going to win a box of pens today.
I'd be stoked to get those pens.
You already have them.
Yeah, I got more pens than anybody.
All right. Okay, I'm going to go into my magic room and I'll see you guys on the other side.
All right, so I'm excited to do this. We did something similar to this not too long ago, earlier in the spring, where we did rocks. And I did a mandala rock. And, you know, this is just a really fun exercise, a real easy way to be creative. And, you know, I've done a few of these over the years just for fun. And I kind of really dove into it this time to just really as a practice and as a exercise in shapes and color, and just really had fun with it. So no matter how many pens you have or what size pens you have, you should be able to create something really amazing no matter what. It's real methodical, similar to how I paint. And I'm going to show you this whole process, and hopefully you don't find it too hard and that you really get into it and start diving in. So one of the things I want to point out is, here's one that I was doing on the paper. And you can do this on the paper, or you can, if you printed it on paper that's kind of coated, it might be a lot easier. But I'm going to also show you how to transpose this onto a canvas. We did a little video that you can check that out. But you kind of start off with like big, broad shapes and then add detail. So you technically could keep adding to this forever and just making it more and more complicated. And that's really what I had fun doing. That, you know, at first I was just kind of doodling and not really getting into it and like not liking it. And then all of a sudden I just started playing with it. And so I'm going to kind of go through a technique of starting out with the big pens, the 7Ms, and then going down to the 5s and down to the 3s. And no matter how many you have, even if you just do it in 3 colors and alternate colors as you go around, that could be really cool. You really can't go wrong with this exercise. No matter what, you're going to create something really cool and learn something that you can do with your friends and family. And if you're feeling a little anxious or stressed out, this is a great exercise to help with that. Or if you're just bored. I never get bored, but I know some people do. So that if you're just sitting around, it'd just be a fun little doodle. I used to do these on the top of my papers, not realizing they were mandalas when I was a kid. So let's get started here. I'm gonna get my glasses on, and if we can switch to this other camera, and I'm gonna show you how to use this little tool I made. Now, a lot of people have these, and this is one I just made up that's nice and easy. I started doing the 1:6.18 golden ratio here, and this outside line's a little out, but these ones are, so that might help it look a little bit more organic. And you can see I sketched on this one with pencil, so you could do that. You could sketch your idea first on there and come up with some ideas. If you have a bunch of pieces of paper, you can try out a whole bunch of ideas in pencil. But what I really want to show you is how to transpose. So some of you already might have watched the video. So I can take a fresh one of these Well, here's one that's been folded. So this is kind of designed to do an 8x10 piece of paper or 8x10 canvas. And you can see I would place it right over there and do the little dots. And so this would just define the center point. If this doesn't work for you, you could do this with a ruler and measure and find the center points if you have a larger canvas or whatnot. So I have the center there, and then these are the cross points. And this is just a really quick way to do that. And so then I can take my piece of paper out, I fold it, I use it as a ruler, and I make the marks on here. Now this is pencil, so you're probably not going to see it real well. I know everybody has a problem seeing the pencil. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but the closer you get, the better. And get that center line going. These are the really hard ones. These are hard to measure. I can show you all kinds of ways to do this, but it would take up too much time using a compass, and that's kind of a lesson in itself. But basically, you just want to get a center line, and then these outer spokes. Something like that. So hopefully a lot of people already did this process. Now this is getting the circles, little cross. Sound effects always helps. And you want to do that same cross marking on every one of those lines. Why don't I do this in light blue so we can see. And you see I'm not, struggling too hard to do this. And please, as you have questions, put them in the chat. Maria will ask me. And this is supposedly interactive, a paint party. And the object of these paint parties is really to help you with things and give you ideas, show you how to use the Posca pens, and really just hang out and have a good time together. Okay, now everybody can see my dots here, and it should look something like this. That's what I did. And then you just want to connect the dots. So I'm just taking that little center, and I'm not struggling too hard. I can hear somebody typing. Is that Maria?
No, I'm shaking my paint pen.
Oh, you're shaking.
Shaking the paint pen.
Watch out, everybody. We got Maria painting.
I'm painting today. It's gonna be a bloodbath.
I think you'll do a pretty good job.
I've been excited about this one. Of course, the first pen I pick up is empty. I don't know how that happened.
Not prepared. Okay, so folks, you should have something that looks like this. And from there, depending on whether or not you did something on the side, I'm going to try to duplicate this one because I really like it. And I'm just going to show you how I created this. And you can do anything you want. But what I want you to do is start out with the big pens. And so for me, I start out with this center circle. And on here, I created a little square. I just wanted to do something different. Now, it doesn't matter really what you do as long as you do it consistently. So I'm going to do a square, like going across, something like that. And there again, don't get too attached to it. Just kind of like, say, okay, I'm going to do that. And then you think about what you're going to do next is I did these little points. And these are all big, broad strokes that I'm adding. You see how I'm just lining it up to that next outside circle. At this point, I'm not really trying to get it perfect. I'm trying to just create an overall design. And then, it looks like from here, I was like, okay, let's go out to this point. And let me think. here to here. That looks right. And I kind of did it like a curved in. Now I'm doing mine a little bit different than most people do it. A lot of people just start from the center and just go around. But what I found, and this is, you can do it that way. What I found is if you kind of do these big broad pieces like I'm doing, then it allows you to kind of clean it up as you go. And you know, that feels pretty good right there. And then I'm going to go back to, let's see, the green. So I'm just alternating these colors, and it looks like, oh, it looks like I did another line out. So I kind of did this. And essentially, these are all like modified squares, if you can see that. See how it's just coming together? And I can see on the camera that this one's not exactly even. I want to even them out a little bit. But you're going to be able to even them out as you go. And then from there, I'd added these little swooshes like this, which are just little half circles. Now, what's cool about this, if we didn't have this, you could see I was just going and following the outer edge of the circle and creating shapes. That's all I'm doing. And then from there, I can kind of play with it and fill in some areas. And I'm not going to make it exactly like this, but I'm going to do some similar type of things. I'm going to accent some of these inside ones.
So simple, but it's so pretty. It's like gorgeous.
So how many folks do we have on? Do we have a count?
We have 47 people with us right now.
Welcome, everybody.
And we have people from all over. We have Tina from Garden City, South Carolina. Stephen from Okeechobee, Florida.
Lake
Kelly in
Okeechobee.
Portland. Hugo Rock from Villa Domenico, Buenos Aires. People from all over. New York City.
So the reason I'm doing this way is really to kind of show you that I have a basic design now. And now I feel really kind of confident to decorate it. And as I go, I'm just kind of playing with it and playing with the colors and seeing what colors I like. You know, of course, I have this one to kind of show you, and I'm kind of duplicating it so that it's a little bit easier. But I really kind of liked what I did here. And it just really made me feel good that I could create something so interesting. And I did this very quickly without thought. It's actually harder to try to copy it. But you see, I'm filling in these colors. And you just go around and do each one. Now you can see, like with this rock I just did circles. And so I just started with one circle and I just did circles around it, and then circles around that, and then circles around that. And then I started filling in the gaps. And that's when I really got into it, and it started to get very meditative and calming, and it really started coming to life. So that's kind of where I want everybody to get, is just where they're just kind of playing with it and watching it unfold in front of their eyes. And I'm still using all the big pens. And the big pens kind of allow you to paint a little bit faster. And they also allow you to, you know, keep your momentum going. So you kind of feel like you're getting somewhere. And then you can dive down with the smaller pens and really add detail and sharpness to it. If you look at those Tibetan sand paintings, it's really amazing what they do, and they do those really slowly. I can't imagine how tedious it must be. Maria, do you have some pictures to show?
Yeah, I have a couple photos. I'm going to show a photo. Give me a second. I'm going to get them prepared.
You know, and I can kind of go back over these lines, as you can see. All right, I'm going to take my red. I'm going to do this outer line. This outer line. And this was where this one really got interesting for me. I really didn't know what I was doing, and I was just kind of following it around, and I just started going around doing this circle. And you got these different quadrants. You know, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 quadrants. And you could do this with as many quadrants as you wanted. You could keep splitting this up to make a more complicated design. But for me, I just started making these like little T's. So I put a T here like that, and then I put a T over here. And I just really wasn't thinking, and I really didn't like it at this point when I did this first design. But it was something like this. And I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. But as I kept adding to it, it kept looking cooler and cooler and cooler. So then from there, something like that. I took my light blue and I just went around everything. And there again, this is really loose. I'm trying not to do this too detailed. If I did, it would be fine, but it would take too long for the class. So I didn't want to do that and, you know, try to do something really complicated. So I kind of want to be able to go fast so that you guys can see the process, which is more important than me doing something super cool right in front of you. It's the process that's fun and that I really want you guys to be able to do on your own and see all the magnificent mandalas that you all create. Do we have any questions out there?
Let's see.
Pretty quiet.
I know it is a little quiet. I guess everybody's just really into it. Yeah, we don't have any questions. If you have any questions, let us know. There is one question, it's unrelated to this. The question was, did we post last week's video yet? I don't think it's up on YouTube yet, but I do want to suggest that everybody subscribe to the Brophy Art Academy YouTube channel. That way you always know when we post the videos.
I was really happy to learn the guy came in yesterday to buy pens. He lives down in Mexico, and he said he hasn't been able to do the live classes, but he's doing them all on YouTube, and that he's really getting a lot out of it on YouTube, which is nice to hear that even without the live class, it still works really well. All right, so you can see my piece coming together. And so I'm filling in these gaps everywhere. And then I'm gonna start going to detail.
I'm gonna bring up a photo real quick. I have a couple different photos and I'm just gonna bring them up one by one.
Sure.
Here's one that I just liked. I was doing a search of mandala art, and this is a good example. There's so many different ways to paint, draw, embroider.
So let me talk about this one for a minute. You can see how, you know, the background colors are in there, and that's kind of what I'm doing now, is adding the background colors. And whoever did this one looked like they added the detail later. And it's really pretty, and you can see how complicated that you can get with this as you go. And that's a really great example.
And then there's a rock one I'm going to share in a second that shows what you can do with dots.
Yeah, the dot ones are really easy and really satisfying. I'm going to be switching. So I got a lot of my base color in there, and now I'm just going to have fun with the smaller pens and kind of jazz this thing up a little bit. Maybe I'll do the same, or maybe I won't. As that one, I'll do something close so that you can kind of see that style. I'm going to start off with this purple pen, and this is just going to allow me more control. And everything's about kind of keeping it even and geometric. And what's great about the Posca pens is they're opaque, so I can kind of go over these colors and create something on top of something else. So if something looks a little out of whack, you can kind of fix it because the pens are opaque and go over the other colors. Now it's harder to do light colors over dark, but you can do it. But you can see if I started out with the big pens and then worked my way down to smaller pens, all the way down to, you know, the little 1M micro ones, if I wanted to, you could get some really great detail in this. It's good if you can see your pencil lines through the paint. That way you can kind of still get a nice clean look. Hopefully everybody can see that okay, that I'm just kind of going around.
Yeah.
Now, if you have the paper, it's really fun just to practice with pencil with this before you do color, to kind of get used to doing the shapes. And all you have to do is just do little shapes. You know, they can be diamonds or they can be half circles. And then you could get into doing something like really intricate where you're maybe making these things eyeballs, or you're making these things hands, or you know, you could make this like extremely complicated, and it'd have like a whole different look to it. Now that would be a bigger project, more than we can do in this hour, but you get the idea. So every time you do a shape, like, so I just did a little light green around that, you just keep going around to each spot. Just make sure you don't get ahead of yourself and forget where you're at. I thought it'd be cool to do a time lapse and really just start from the center and just keep going around the clockwork where my hand was just going fast. Like, so maybe I'll do that one day. Be a real radio looking effect.
So Ivy has a question. Ivy said, I sprayed my watercolor paper with kaolin before starting.
Great.
Gesso would have been a better idea. Any suggestions for primer on watercolor paper or wood?
Yeah, so just clear acrylic spray. Krylon makes a really good one. Rust-Oleum makes a good one. Pretty much like any fixative you could add to it. Just keeps the paint from wicking into the paper. I like drawing on canvas, but you can see I did do this on paper, and it worked pretty well. But yeah, I suggest that spraying paper is the right thing to do. It'll make your life a lot easier.
We have a few people that want to share, and we're going to do that in about 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, I have a feeling a lot of people
don't know.
I saw some on Instagram already done, so I know some folks got started on this. And there again, folks, this isn't about, you know, trying to show you how awesome something is. It's really about showing you this process and how quick it can be. And already just me working on this has made my me feel good. I'm enjoying just kind of patiently going around and making it look nice, getting my lines right. And in today's world, you know, everything's so stressful and there's a lot of anxiety. I just think this is a great exercise for folks. I think painting
is, you know, painting mandalas is often used in art therapy for people with PTSD or people with anxiety. It's very relaxing and meditative. It's just really good for you. It's kind of like, you know, when you go to the ocean and you got your feet in the sand and when you leave, you just feel really good. Kind of the same feeling.
Yeah, you can see I'm adding these blue lines as I go around. Now this is something neat that goes back to how cool the Poscas are. You see I added that blue, and what I can do is add like a blend. So these aren't flat colors, so I'm going to add a little blend on here to get this kind of like a watercolor effect. Hopefully everybody can see that. It's kind of blended in. And it doesn't matter what you do as long as you do it consistently all the way around. I could do these all day long.
So Terry Couch says hello from the Couch family. That's the family that bought our Posca Happy art, the art that we printed on the starter kit.
Oh yeah, the beginner kit bar.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it found a happy home. You know, all my art paintings, I'm really happy that they go out into the world and they're being enjoyed, and that we become part of each other's story, and that you get to see it every day and it makes you happy. And it makes me happy just knowing that other people are enjoying it. So there we go. That's looking cool. So I'm going to get this orange. Actually, I'll probably do the red. Get this red tightened up.
I'd love to hear if anyone's has any comments on this exercise. It's really different from our other paint parties. If this is, if you're enjoying it, if you're having a little challenge with it, I'd love to hear some feedback.
I know a lot of people have probably done these before. And a lot of people just start right from the center and go detailed right off the bat. And I kind of wanted to get away from that. I wanted to be a little bit more loose, like my paintings, and let it grow. So there is lots of ways to do these. This is just kind of like the way I did it, and I was happy with it, and I felt that it was a little less intimidating than trying to get, you know, little swirly guys going perfectly from the center all the way out. And this one's actually pretty complicated. So you see, I'm just cleaning it up. I'm filling in these like little spaces. And I'm not worried about it being really symmetrical anymore. I kind of feel like I have faith in the process, and Did you ever find any other mandalas, or was that it, Maria?
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. You know, one of the challenges is I'm grabbing something from Google. If it's too small, I can't use it. But here's one that shows what you, the dot mandala that some people do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's very similar to the rock one I showed you, and how it allows you with different size dots to create these magnificent patterns. And there's just something really gratifying about being able to create this and really pretty effortlessly. I'd like to see that Aborigine one.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna pull that one up next. The cave mandala.
And if you ever look at like the succulent plants, they really do have this mandala kind of shape to them. And that spiral that it's coming out of, it's really hard to get the spiral part. You can do it. Maybe I'll do one of those one day. You can use a cup or a compass to do the spiral ones. And that's just all the foundation work, behind it. After you have that spiral on there, it's pretty easy to do the pattern. But without it, it's very difficult. So it gets back into the overall composition, the lines of action that you're creating, that really are the basis of or building blocks of your painting.
And a lot of people did type in the chat comments about this exercise, and thank you for the feedback. Jody said this is very relaxing. Jim said yes, more of these classes. Magdalena said this is a cool experience. Thank you. Evan said everyone's focused. Colleen said it's great to take for relaxing after a huge test at school.
Right on.
Tina's enjoying it. And here's a good comment from Helen Deborah Lee. Love it. Like what they stand for. It reminds me of a long time ago when we got to go see artists working on tankas, etc. in Nepal. I had all my art stuff packed up, supposed to be at a cabin on a lake. After a 4-year wait, had to cancel, too much smoke, but this was something to look forward to. Oh, okay. Sorry about the smoke. Yeah, crazy smoke in California right now. Let's see. Shelly said she's loving it. So yeah, we're getting it. So thank you for that feedback. Sometimes we just don't know, you guys. So it's really helpful if you let us know if you're enjoying it.
And there again, this is just an opportunity for us all to be together and share. And honey, if you want to start sharing, that'd be great.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. Let me first show this photo now. It's not as pretty as the mandala you're painting. This was done 50,000 years ago on this cave in Kimberley, Australia, but they say that this was one of the earliest ever mandalas.
Wow.
50,000 years ago is what they've dated it as, which is pretty amazing.
And I bet that they recognized things in plants that they were trying to duplicate. That is cool. All the Aborigine art's really neat. I was down in Australia and I just really love their art. And my piece here looks very Native American to me, like Hopi or Navajo. And I've spent a lot of time there in the Grand Canyon area. And maybe I soaked it up while I was there. But they do this on their clothes and their blankets and then their art.
Okay, let's jump to a few people to share. We're gonna go in this order. We're gonna show 3 people right now, and then we'll take a break for a minute, go back to Drew, and then we'll share again. So We'll go to Jody first, then
Right.
Hugo, and then Jim. So when I spotlight you, if you could make sure you're unmuted and have your art ready to show. And Jody, we are coming to you right now. Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Jody.
Aloha.
Aloha.
So
All
fun.
right. So you're starting out from the center and then like doing a sun pattern?
I'm doing sun, and then there's waves, and there's going to be like ocean animals around it.
Oh, so you're getting a really in-depth one.
Yeah, I do the dots a lot.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
this time I decided to draw. little-
Right on. Well, I love your paintings behind you too. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you. I
Oh yeah. That's classic.
sculpted art.
Your sculpted art is so original and so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for
All
sharing.
right,
See ya.
over to Hugo next. Hugo, how are you?
Hi,
Hey,
I'm
Hugo.
from Buenos Aires.
Nice to see
Yeah.
you.
I show you from my Instagram.
Oh yeah. Perfect. Yeah, so that one's real organic and flower-like. That's killer.
One more. And this is another. The
Oh
flower.
yeah. More of the flower of life.
That's because of you.
Yeah, thank you.
I learned here.
That is great. Isn't it fun doing the flower of life? It's so like happy and just, whoa, just drawing
So
circles.
cool.
Yeah, well, enjoy. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna head over to Jim, and Jim said he's got some Metatron's Cube stuff to show us.
Let's see.
Yes. Awesome class. I took what you showed us before.
Oh, wow, look at that.
When I was getting ready to do a new skate for my 63rd birthday, I felt like I needed some positive energy, so I went with that.
Yeah, so you can do some big airs, right?
And that thing, you talk about meditation. It was like I did it once on paper and then started putting it on here with paint pen, and I was like, whoa. Yeah, intense.
That's, did you feel like almost like it unlocked something in your brain when you were doing it?
Oh, completely. It was like so focused and so unlocked and just like total concentration on making sure you're connecting the dots.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all it's like visual math. It's like all of a sudden you understand math and geometry and everything.
Completely. And then as you're doing it, you're seeing the, you know, the 5 platonic solids within it as you're drawing it, and everything is coming together. So yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. What a great experience.
Killer. And then I did another mandala from one of your other classes.
Oh yeah.
That one right there. So I am loving these mandala classes. So yeah, anytime more.
Cool.
Thanks.
Awesome, man. You're doing a great job.
Thanks, guys. Great
I
classes.
like the
Love it.
little butterfly you have there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like
So unique, like,
more
Yeah,
butterflies, and
like-
it's all trying to just form it together. Yep.
gorgeous.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. God, that is like it is so great to hear somebody having that same experience that I did when I was doing Metatron's Cube. It was almost like these exercises open something up in your creative mind, and you're just better off for it. You know, you're altered by doing some of these exercises, and it's a real calming effect. So it sounds like everybody's getting that effect, which is a bonus.
Shelley Murphy said, say more about the blend pen. Shelley, I'm not sure exactly what you're looking for, but why don't you ask it in the chat, be more specific about what you want to know, and we can answer that question. And then Kaylee and Andina both want to share, so we're going to hop over to them in just a second. Joe, are you ready for a couple more people?
Sure. Yeah,
Sure.
we're just all having fun.
Well, first I'm going to read Mary Lee's comment. This is pretty cool and relaxing. I can keep up. Thank you guys so much. Love these paint parties. I've learned so much. Thanks, Mary Lee, for telling us that. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna go over to Andina.
We haven't seen Andina in a while.
I know, Andina, we missed you, so you have to unmute yourself. Okay, there you are, and then I'm gonna spotlight you. Hi there.
I have been doing a dream capture here. See?
Oh yeah,
I'm almost finished.
that is nice.
Gorgeous.
So a dream catcher is like a woven mandala, kind of.
Oh, and there I have a real one.
Yeah, that's really pretty. So how have you and your brothers been doing? Y'all been going to school and all this stuff online?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We missed you like last week. I didn't see you.
yeah, you guys weren't with us last couple of weeks. We missed you when you're not here.
Yeah.
Glad you're back.
Glad you're back. Good job. All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye.
Okay, now we're gonna go to Kaylee and then we'll go to Ivy. So just be ready to show your work. Kaylee, I'm asking you to unmute and we're gonna spotlight you. Hi there.
Hello. How's it going?
Good. I made this last week during your class.
Oh yeah, look at that. That is great.
And then earlier I made this because we had a break during school, so I just drew, and this is what I made.
Is that like a cactus in a pot?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I like my color choices.
Yeah. It's nice.
Thanks,
So are you
Kaylee.
having fun? Are you doing a mandala today?
Yeah, this is mine.
That's good. So just keep adding to it. So you can keep going over it and adding stuff to it. And or you can start a new one. It's just a nice exercise. All right. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Okay, now we're gonna hop over to Ivy. Hi,
Hello.
Hey, man.
good to see you.
Wow, look at yours.
I think I'm there. Let's see.
Oh my goodness, okay, that is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, can you see it or is it in the?
Oh yeah,
No,
no,
we can see it. It looks
perfectly.
wonderful.
That's the mandala. And then I'll just show you this one that I did.
Oh
Flower.
yeah.
Yeah, the flower life. That's the only ones I've really, the other ones are all on paper. They're not really done.
Hold your
Yeah.
umbrella up again.
Which
Hold the
one?
umbrella up. The
Yeah.
other one?
The other one? It's kind of faint right now. I haven't done too much.
Yeah, but it's so good. Yours is like more of the traditional style of like, just sticking to going around, and it looks so nice. And I just hope everybody on the class, feels like they can achieve something like this. It's
Thank
so
you.
great.
I have the Taj Mahal picture in front of me. That's what that kind of started
Yeah.
with the roofs.
Yeah.
And I looked at Pinterest and got a bunch of ideas and just started making something up, but it's fun. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for joining us.
All right, we're gonna head over to Heather now. Oh, you there? You ready for us? Hi. Sorry,
How's
I
it
didn't mean to
going?
surprise you there.
Oh, I love her purple hair.
Yeah. So what you working on, Heather?
You show them.
We're working on this.
All right. Good job.
Can you see it up close?
Yeah.
And ours.
Oh, this is great. Look at everybody.
Oh, you guys are doing it. Like,
Thank you. It's really fun. This is a fun class.
Right on. I'm glad y'all are enjoying it.
Thank you.
And keep working on it. You can just I'm gonna keep working on mine and post it on Brophy Art Academy, and we can all like check out each other's art.
Sweet.
All right.
Sounds good. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Go down.
It's just so nice just knowing that all of us are painting all over the world right now, connected, and everybody's doing something pretty cool. I love seeing the smiles on everybody's faces. Whether you had a stressful day at work or school, this is just a great way to, get rid of all of that. I can imagine doing this before I go to sleep. You know a lot of people do like crossword puzzles and things, maybe something similar.
Well, let's head over to Steve. Steve, we're gonna unmute you and spotlight you. There you are.
Hey, Steve, how's it
Good
going?
Maria. How's it going?
So what you working on? Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. I like the eyes.
I know, the eyeballs just make it, yeah. Actually looks, it looks very organic, like plant leaves.
It looks.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Oh,
And then
okay,
Drew said the
yeah.
eyeballs, and then I just went with the eyeballs, and then he just said, seeing everyone with a smile, so I'm going to put the little smiley face.
Yeah. So you imagine like just no matter what you do, it's gonna come out cool.
Yeah, I'm just having fun with it.
Yeah, right on, man. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you. All right, talk to you guys later.
Thanks.
Wow, this is like really cool. You can see like I've made quite a bit on mine, and then I can kind of keep going around. So I'm gonna just take this green, and I'm gonna start going around again, and just keep adding, cleaning it up. And what I liked about this, I had, in these other examples of mine, I did these all pretty quick, one after another, just trying different things, and really wasn't attached to any outcome, and was not trying real hard, and it was just fun. And so what I realized, especially on this one, you can see how crude these purple dots were around it, and I started cleaning them up here and then going around. So if I just continued doing that and then went around on that next level and did the same thing of something different, no matter what you do, it's going to come out cool. These little things in the inside, I kept like detailing them and changing them up a little bit. In this one, the center to me looked like a rose, and so I ended up doing like a little rose with like green leaves coming out of it. It sometimes comes out real psychedelic, and if you look at like the stained glass of a lot of old cathedrals and stuff have a lot of art that's similar to this. It makes me wonder, if they were doing this exercise to create those patterns. Definitely, it seems like it's worldwide that somebody's been doing these types of patterns. You see a lot of indigenous people having these, like I was mentioning, the Hopi and the Navajo, but pretty much most, the Juanicho down there in Mexico do some great patterns like this. And so it's pretty universal, which intrigues me.
We have one more person that wants to share, and we have about 12 minutes left, so if anybody else wants to share, you can either hit the raise your hand button or just write it in the chat. So Tina, I'm gonna ask you to unmute yourself, and we're gonna spotlight you right now.
All right.
There we
Hi
go.
guys. So this is mine. I find that I'm not as neat and precise with this stuff, but I am loving just the fun of it. And from last week, right on the back of this, there was my attempt at the violin. So
yeah,
I had fun. So I'm enjoying this a great deal. It's nice to have the pattern so I know what we're trying to do. So thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. You know what? I think we lost Drew. I'm going to have to. Yeah. Drew, we lost you. We have your hands, but we don't have your voice. So I'm going to come fix that. Hang tight, everybody. All right. Can
We're
everybody
back.
hear us? Haley, if you can hear us, thumbs up. Thank you. Okay.
All right.
Perfect. Sorry about that, guys. That's the, you know, there's like these technical gremlins in the air today. All kinds of weird things been happening.
All right, I'm coming around. I'm going to do some more. I'm going to do a whole nother layer around, and I am going to do red. So sorry we lost you there for a minute. The computer died. It's always something.
I forgot to plug it in.
Yeah.
I got somebody with me. Ashley said, stressful day at work. This class calmed me down. So glad to hear that, Ashley.
So I know somebody was asking about blending. And so I'm going to fill in these corners, and I think they were asking about blending the colors. So the Posca pens blend really good. All of you that have used them know. So I put the dark color down, and I'm just going to blend half in and half out. So you can see this tip going there. I'm going to get up close so somebody can see. And there we go. Half in and half out. And I want to get that stroke line towards the center to continue that mandala look. And as I go back and forth, the color of the red, I'm not going to mess this red pen up. As I go, it's going to blend itself out, and it's going to go all the way back to normal red.
Wow.
That's how I do these blends. So now pretty much all that black is out of there, and I got this nice blend.
Wow.
Pretty effortlessly.
Wow.
So hopefully that answers that question.
Okay, we're gonna spotlight Lily Poe. Lily wants to share.
Sure.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm trying to spotlight. Hold on a second. And let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Hi. You're kind of in the dark over there.
Lily, you paint in the dark?
It's a lot brighter than it looks on the camera.
Show us what you're working on.
So I have this so far.
Oh, that looks good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Hold it up a little closer.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a perfect example of just, you know, making these simple shapes and letting it grow, and you end up with something that looks really cool. Thanks for sharing, Lily.
Thanks, Lily. Okay, now we're going to go to Heidi. Let's see, Heidi. Let me find you here.
Hey guys. This is the one here that I did on wood.
There we go.
I think I can hear. Oh, wow, look at Heidi.
Hi, Heidi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you.
A little while ago.
That looks so good.
Unbelievable.
And what did you create that with? Did you use Posca pens or acrylics?
Yeah, so with the 3 different Posca pens, the aqua, the turquoise, the black and
Yeah. God, that looks so good. And your art looks so nice in the background.
Oh,
So
yeah.
where are you joining us from?
I'm from Australia, sunny coast.
Oh, Sunshine Coast. Right on.
So,
I wish I was there surfing with you guys.
It's a beaut day today too, so.
Yeah. Well, it's so nice you to join us.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Heidi.
God, that is so, it's just so nice, like seeing people from all over. I imagine it's probably mid-morning there.
Heidi was one of our paint pen winners, I want to say like a month ago, and I actually shipped paint pens to her to Australia. She won the gift box.
That is great.
Yeah.
We need to go back. We'll go visit Heidi and go
I
surfing.
love Australia. One of my favorite places on the planet, for sure.
We usually have Mothman down in Victoria joining us. I wonder if he's on.
I don't know. Moth, are you out there? Nope, he's not.
He's not. He must be busy today. You can see I'm getting my whole canvas colored. And from that point, I can just play with it. It's amazing that, you know, in this short amount of time, you can do something really intricate and professional and have such a relaxing time. And this exercise really can help you with like color, design. You know, when I look at this one that I did, these colors aren't what you would think would go together in a painting, but they really look nice. And sometimes, you know, you're like, I'll be traveling and I'll be left with, you know, only a certain colors, and you got to make them work, you know. And so I've had that happen a lot. Heidi's was a good example of that, of just using a few colors, which really can make it easier and harder depending on how you look at it. You got less to choose from, so you're not really stressed about it. So that's kind of neat. Wow, I like looking at it on the camera.
So we have just like 2 minutes left, and I was going to ask you to answer Heather Dobbs' question, which is, can you blend like that on a canvas? Well, that's an easy question to answer because that's exactly what you're painting on, right? You're painting on an 8x10 canvas.
Yeah, this is an 8x10 canvas. So yeah, the Posca pens really blend extremely well, and it takes a little bit of finesse to get it nice and even and not bandy. Bandy is like kind of when you can see the separation lines. You know, all my videos really kind of talk about this blending technique, which is really kind of just a nice way to be able to paint without it being too intimidating. But it's just like anything else. It's something you kind of gotta practice, and this is kind of a small space to do it in.
We got one more person that wants to slide in there. We've got 2 minutes, Terry Couch. Let's
see
you, and we're gonna hop over to hey.
Hey,
how are you
what's
guys?
up? Nice to see you.
Yeah, come over this way. We got a little friend.
Yeah.
Very cute little kitty cat you got there.
Yeah.
So thanks for having me on. This is absolute blast. We found out about this class because we were at your guys' art gallery.
Yeah.
And you guys told us about it, and we're on here now, and my boys are on here, and so
got the whole. Oh, look at that! That's cool.
Wow.
It's our first attempt.
Yeah.
Awesome.
A little different.
Yeah, it looks good.
Well, I love how you just kind of did your own thing. It's like really unique, and yeah, that's really cool. Good choice of colors too.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys get your painting hung up yet?
Yeah, you want me to show you?
Yeah, let's see it.
Let's see the Drew Brophy art in your house. Love it when I get to see that.
Here it is.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
He gets to see it.
Yeah.
I love how you gave it its own wall.
Yeah.
So
It's really special.
this is our front door. So you walk in, and
see it right away. And
so you see it coming down from the stairs.
Oh yeah, perfect.
So we kind of, my son's actually picked that spot out, and we gave it a little touch. Let's see.
Yeah, cool. Little man.
Right by the happy face.
Yeah.
So we absolutely love it, and we love showing it off to friends and family that come over.
Yeah. Now we're all part of each other's story. I love it.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah, we're gonna keep coming on here on Wednesdays.
Every Wednesday, same time, same place. Really glad you're here. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, nice
You
to see you. See
Yeah,
ya.
guys.
See ya.
God, how awesome. You know, a lot of you might have that beginner box, and that's the original art. And it's just so neat to see it out in the world. And man, you know, this class has been really fun. You know, hopefully you learned this exercise. It's something that you can do at any time. And you can download that template at any time off our site. And you know, I'm going to do some more things like this. There's some ideas about doing the spiraling ones, which are a little bit more intricate and really fun to do. It takes a little bit more finesse. And I'll look for exercises that we can do that can help, you know, similar to like doing the Flower of Life and Metatron's Cube, that it's not just art, it's really unlocking something in your brain that, you know, helps you understand or be more at ease with things. And you know, that's an extraordinary feeling all in itself. So cool, here's mine, how far I've gotten, and I'm gonna keep working on it and make it look cool. And
Thank you all for being here.
And somebody's gonna win a pack of pens. And also, we were going to do grayscale this week, but we decided to do mandala. So grayscale is going to be next week.
Yep.
And so black, white, and gray pens is really all we're going to be using. And so I'm going to have a bunch of ideas for that. And so I will see you next week. Life
And
is
one
good.
last thing, go to YouTube and look for Brophy Art Academy channel. And you can watch all the replays. And if you really like today's exercise, look for the Flower of Life exercises that we did several months ago. I think you'll really like that too. So thank you all so much. We love our time with you. And we'll see you same time, same place next week.
Bye.
Bye.